Thin Air's IoT technology has really supported our ability to get to those insights faster. I mean, many times before, and what companies may still be doing is using several resources to either track things with pen and paper and try to put it into like an Excel document. Whereas with Thin Air, you place the sensors, it captures the data, it puts it into the cloud environment, and it easily drives a better understanding in much shorter time than we've ever been able to achieve before, with even less resources. The Aprio Thin Air partnership is a game changer in my experience because it really enables that real-time operational insights through IoT and data analytics that typically never existed or took a lot of resources to capture. So with this data, we help clients move from a reactive to a predictive decision-making process. So inevitably improving uptime, quality, and overall throughput.
I think we complement each other's strength. So number one, in terms of the sensor data, we have a first-party integration with Thin Air sensor data. Secondly, we extend Sonar's capability in terms of building this open and scalable cloud IIoT platform. So it's a very complementary collaboration, which ensures that the customer gets the best value out of it. They can extend their existing sensor and IIoT deployment. They can start from scratch. So this partnership essentially ensures that we are meeting the manufacturers wherever they are in their digital transformation journey.
And I would say, just speaking about Thin Air for a moment, Thin Air are one of the solutions that we use that do a pretty good job of ticking all of the boxes. So when it comes to flexibility, there's a whole range of options around what sort of infrastructure is rolled out, and we can mix and match with existing infrastructure or access points that the customer might have, but also introduce new infrastructure where needed. And again, there's a whole range of different hardware, sensors, devices that we can use, as well as when it comes to the platform, there's different ways we can kind of extract the data, present it.
The first big misconception I have is it's all about technology. Many believe digital transformation is simply implementing new technology, and that's why we hear all these technology-related initiatives that come up in companies. But the reality is technology is just a tool. Transformation is about fundamentally rethinking processes and your culture and even your business model.
One of the main things is on the manufacturing side, and it's really connecting the shop floor. So what we say at Thin Air is that about 70% of a shop floor, so to kind of paint the picture for people that aren't familiar with the inside of a manufacturing plant, think about, if you've ever watched shows on like the History Channel or the Food Network. I used to love the show Unwrapped, where they show how things are made. So, right, a bunch of machines and people and line workers building product, and there's storage areas in some of them, and these are large spaces. So if you were to look from like an aerial view above it, 70% of it is offline, not sending data. I was just in a meeting the other day where a person who is selling to these organizations said 90% is what he's hearing. So we might even be like dialing it back a little bit, but that's really the industry that I feel like is kind of growing the most, is manufacturing, where we're saying we have all of these dark spots or blind spots of digital data. How do we get them online? And IoT is the easiest answer because, how I mentioned, it's becoming commoditized. You can buy sensors off the shelf, start putting them on things like a piece of material and see where it moves throughout the warehouse, or put it on an actual piece of production equipment and understand how it's running.
Buy-in at all levels is extremely important. From the floor to the upper levels, everyone needs to share the same commitment. Digital transformation is to work. So oftentimes high-level goals for all levels match. However, the day-to-day goals from the upper levels to the floor, the actual operation teams, do not always align. So managers at higher levels want optimization, productivity improved, but sometimes fail to understand what the floor operations team isn't receiving the support they need to accomplish this. So at Thin Air, we believe that we have an easy to use and easy to deploy product that will make all levels happy and help them make progress quickly towards their end goals. We supply a lot of upfront information on use cases, ROI for other clients, as well as we have a lot of short videos or clips to show how easy it is to use our application. So we have a whole help center. We have marketing related videos. We've also done extremely small pilots as needed, right, to help prove out that this is easy to use. So overcome those pitfalls of this is too difficult, the cost of entry is too high. All of that can be removed pretty easily with some of the information we can help supply to help demonstrate that this is very easy to use. It is cost effective and help prove out that ROI very quickly and efficiently.
We're looking at training an AI machine learning model to answer questions with specifically the context of the data that our sensors have produced. So saying this machine can do this, this, and this based on the data that we've given it to train the model.
The channel partner program, it's a way for us to extend our services and strategically align with other partners, companies out there, to add that much more value to the clients that we serve. And generally, we can break down 3 different buckets of partners that we work with. One is the cloud providers, like Microsoft Azure and Amazon's AWS. The second bucket are the consulting companies that offer different services around data and AI and change management and operations transformation. And then the third bucket are with what I'll say are the communications providers. So think of companies that offer different access points and Wi-Fi networks, or even mobile and cellular services. So those are the 3 different types of, generally speaking, of partners that we've been working with.
And so I think customers are looking for more of that like end-to-end solution that not only provide like the sensor to kind of cloud data connection to the cloud, but also provides the analytical capabilities, the operator dashboards, a set of alerts for the end users to really integrate with the systems and the kind of operational flows that they deployed across the organization or the business.
When I first heard, that you thin air are deployed in, defense manufacturers' factories, and you are pulling telemetry off of machines, I was like, wow, this is great, because we really do need to help our defense manufacturers modernize. And I think that what you bring to the table is, I kind of feel like a tidal wave of change is coming, and I truly believe that the Thin Air AWS partnership is really going to continue to help more and more defense manufacturers in the future, help them save money, help them increase throughput, build things faster, right? These are all known needs for our defense manufacturers. It's exciting to come across, Thin Air. When I first heard about what you all were doing, I was like, could this be it? Could this truly be the asset tracking and telemetry solution that we've all been hoping for? And I believe that the answer is yes. You are that COT solution that defense manufacturers can readily deploy in their factories and in their AWS GovCloud environments today. It's just incredibly exciting because let's face it, it's not easy to make your product GovCloud compliant. It's not easy to work in the defense manufacturing space. It's highly regulated. That creates some significant barriers to entry. So the fact that you've already broken through many of those barriers and you're delivering value today to defense manufacturers, it's truly exciting. I'm excited to see what this partnership is going to bring, a year from now, 2 years from now, 3 years from now. I think there's the potential to completely revolutionize the way that defense manufacturing is done today.
During the pandemic, we had a customer that was using our beacons on a freezer for COVID vaccines. And they used our triggers, which you can set a parameter, like if this beacon falls below or goes above this temperature, that's an issue. I need to know about it. And so when they set that and that happens, we email them, hey, this asset that you wanted to monitor, it's out of your acceptable range. Here's the exact temperature at this time. And so with this fridge that was holding all of those vaccines, they were able to see the temperature is rising and got to get to it right away, saw that someone did not fully close the door, and were able to get the door closed and not waste all of those vaccines.
I also believe that as we continue on our journey, the factory really becomes the product because it can unlock so much. if you focus on the right architecture, you can solve any problem in front of you.
So gone are the days of manual processes, of having to put data in a spreadsheet or having to walk around a floor with a little clipboard and you're writing different readings, different temperatures. You don't have to do that anymore. It's all at your fingertips. It is all there in an easy to use format.